In today's financial news, Medtronic has announced that the next stage in their progress will focus largely on India. We'll be going over to our business analyst who will be talking to the CEO of the T9 Consulting Group, where they'll be discussing Medtronic's new and exciting 5-year plan.
Thank you, Amelia. I'm joined here by Parminder Singh, CEO of T9 Consulting Group. Okay, Parminder, so as consultants for one of the largest companies in the world right now and arguably market leaders in the medical device sector, the announcement of your new plans has been the talk of the decade. Can you tell us what to expect?
Yes, well, we're very excited to tell you about our new plans. So as you know, Medtronic has strong sales in the US and Europe, but we are lacking in Asia currently. So what our plan is to expand our current operations in India to start off with, and we've a detailed 5-year plan set out to hopefully increase revenues as well as benefiting the Indian healthcare system.
Did you consider any other ways to grow the company?
Well, the medtech industry has become quite stagnant over the past few years, and so we were exploring some different avenues. One of those avenues being going into wearable technology. So you might know Fitbit. Technology like this has been increasing quite heavily recently, and with our strong record of acquisitions, it would be a good opportunity to acquire a company like that and expand the business there. However, considering our strengths, the opportunity in India has presented itself, and the growing diabetic population is something that we can't miss out on. So that's the reason that we're going to go forward with this plan.
Okay, and why do you choose India in particular?
Well, India is known as the diabetes capital of the world, and currently the diabetes group within Medtronic is the least profitable division. So we believe that there is potential for the revenue to be made in this sector to grow exponentially. In India, we are already established with 2 research and development centres as well as a renal care clinic. And the success of these divisions means that we have the infrastructure and the knowledge in place to fully embark on this new plan.
And what exactly does this plan entail?
So in years 1 and 2, we're hoping to lay the groundwork by investing in research and development, and that way we can provide a product which is more suitable for the Indian market. As you know, the GDP per capita in India is much lower than in the US, so we need to tailor our manufacturing process by using more inexpensive materials and changing our current product line to make it more suited for the Indian customer base.
And this is a relatively new market, so how do you plan to achieve all this?
As you know, India has a high literacy rate, therefore it will be easy to employ some highly skilled workers, and therefore once we have a strong product design along with a good workforce, we'll spend years 3 to 5 working on production and sales. We'll use our current manufacturing facilities in China to help us mass produce our products and once sales begin to grow, and we'll sell to consumer groups such as hospitals, government healthcare providers, as well as working closely with local doctors to help promote the products.
This sounds very impressive, but have you considered any challenges associated with your proposed plans?
Well, we have carried out assessment and we have identified a few potential obstacles, some of them being that there will be some cultural differences in India as opposed to the US, as well as some political barriers that we'll have to overcome if we want to fully thrive in the Indian market. In addition, there will be some competition from other companies, but we endeavour to diversify our products to get ahead of the game.
Aren't Medtronic's products more expensive? How will they fare in India where the GDP is much lower?
That is a fair point, but we have taken this into consideration, and we'll be investing heavily into research and development to make sure that our new products are much more durable, cheaper and long-lasting, but still as safe as our current products on the market.
How do you think the Indian government will respond?
I think we could face some resistance from the Indian government, especially since we'll be manufacturing in China, but since we are already operating in India, we are aware of these legal policies and we are very adaptable to government changes. We also aim to open up some new manufacturing sites in India, as well as some new clinics after the 5 years.
Once this plan goes ahead, how will this affect revenue and profit?
So currently Medtronic only makes a small percentage of its revenues from emerging markets, and this is something that we want to increase. So by the end of our 5-year plan, we hope to make an extra 900 million in revenues in India.
That sounds like a substantial amount. Do you think this plan will survive in the long term?
Yes, we do. So with India's growing diabetic population, the market for this will continue to grow, and we'll be employing many new workers, satisfaction of which will be of paramount to ensure they're here for a long time. We'll also be diversifying our suppliers and also building a new manufacturing plant in India so that Medtronic is in a good position to meet the demands we expect in the future.
I'm so sorry, I'm going to have to stop you there, we're running out of time, but thank you so much for joining us today. And back to you, Amelia, in the studio.